Title: Princess Leonor shocked the world at her wedding. The world had waited for this day. Spain's beloved Princess Leonor, future queen, daughter of King Felipe and Queen Letizia, was finally walking down the aisle. The royal palace stood ready. The cameras rolled. The nation held its breath. But no one, absolutely no one, was prepared for what would happen next. A royal wedding is meant to follow tradition, order, and centuries of protocol. Yet on this day, Leonor broke the rules in a way that stunned the entire world. A single moment transformed what was supposed to be a symbol of royal perfection into a story of emotion, independence, and quiet rebellion. Because behind the glittering crown and polished smiles, Princess Leonor made a choice that showed the world who she truly is. Let's begin where it all started, months before the ceremony. Preparations inside the Zarzuela Palace were intense. Designers, florists, and planners worked day and night. Spain hadn't seen such royal excitement since her parents' wedding in 2004. Every headline read the same question: who will she marry? And will she follow royal protocol, or her heart? Rumors swirled across Europe. Some said the royal family preferred a noble match, some one of aristocratic blood, perhaps from Denmark or the UK. But others whispered that Leonor's heart had already chosen differently. That the future Queen of Spain had fallen in love with someone unexpected. When the royal announcement came, the world was stunned. Her fiancé was not a royal. Not even close. A man of quiet confidence, educated, humble, from a respected but non-aristocratic background. Spain was divided. Some saw it as a modern love story, a queen who would rule for the people, with the people. Others saw it as an act of defiance. Through it all, Leonor remained calm. She smiled during official duties, attended military training, and continued her education, all while carrying the secret weight of the world's judgment. As the wedding day approached, tensions grew. The Spanish press analyzed every detail: her dress, her vows, her choices. Even Queen Letizia, known for her elegance and perfectionism, was reportedly anxious. After all, she herself had once been an outsider, a journalist who married a prince. She understood the storm her daughter was about to face. And then, the morning came. The bells of Madrid rang across the sky. Streets were filled with flags, cheers, and tears. Millions tuned in worldwide to witness history. Leonor stepped out of the royal carriage, radiant in a gown that no one expected. Instead of the grand, traditional Spanish design expected for a future monarch, she chose something deeply personal. The dress was elegant yet simple, crafted with modern lines and minimal embellishment, symbolizing humility over grandeur. But hidden within the fabric, close to her heart, was a secret embroidery, her late grandmother's initials, stitched in gold. When she walked into the cathedral, the crowd gasped. It wasn't the dress. It was her expression, calm, proud, emotional, and completely in control. For the first time, Spain saw not the young girl they had watched grow up, but a queen in waiting, one who ruled her own destiny. During the vows, the shock came. Leonor broke with tradition again. Instead of reciting the centuries-old royal oath, she spoke from the heart. Her voice trembled, but every word carried power. She spoke of love, service, and freedom, the freedom to choose one's own path. The entire cathedral fell silent. Even King Felipe, known for his stoic composure, appeared visibly moved. And then came the moment that melted the world. As the officiant announced them husband and wife, Leonor turned, not toward the cameras, not toward the officials, but toward her mother. She reached out, hugged Queen Letizia tightly, and whispered something no microphone caught. But you could see the tears in both their eyes. It was a moment of pure humanity that transcended royal formality. Outside, the crowds erupted in cheers. International headlines exploded. Leonor breaks tradition. The future Queen of Spain marries for love. Royal protocol shattered in Madrid. But the story didn't end there. That evening, during the reception at the royal palace, Leonor surprised everyone once more. Instead of the grand, choreographed first dance expected at royal banquets, she and her husband chose a song that no one anticipated, a Spanish folk tune, one that spoke of unity, hope, and belonging. As they danced, the guests stood, clapping, many with tears in their eyes. King Felipe and Queen Letizia joined them on the floor. Even Queen Sofia, the family matriarch, smiled through tears. For the first time in decades, the Spanish royal family looked less like symbols, and more like a family united by love. International media compared her to Princess Diana, Queen Maxima, and even her own mother, strong women who defied expectations. But Leonor's story was uniquely her own. Because she did not rebel for attention or power. She simply acted out of love. In the weeks after the wedding, Spain saw a shift. Polls showed a rise in public admiration for the monarchy. Young people, especially, connected with Leonor's authenticity. They saw her as a symbol of modern leadership, someone who could bridge old traditions with the values of today. Critics who once doubted her readiness as future queen began to change their tone. She has her father's discipline, one newspaper wrote, but her mother's courage. Behind palace doors, the adjustment was not easy. Royal advisors were reportedly unsettled by her choices. But King Felipe, ever the statesman, stood firmly by his daughter. "A leader must have heart," he was overheard saying. "And she has one stronger than anyone I know." In private moments, Leonor and her husband faced the challenge of balancing royal duty with personal freedom. Yet those close to them described their bond as unshakable. They traveled across Spain together, meeting citizens, attending youth initiatives, and quietly reshaping the public image of the crown. Everywhere they went, Leonor carried herself with dignity. No longer just the Princess of Spain, she had become the nation's symbol of hope, courage, and renewal. Years from now, historians will look back at this day, not just as a royal wedding, but as the beginning of a new era for Spain. A moment when the future queen chose truth over tradition, love over image, and authenticity over expectation. Princess Leonor shocked the world not with scandal, not with rebellion, but with grace. With humanity. With the simple act of choosing her own story. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson of all, that even within the walls of a palace, the most powerful crown is the one you wear in your heart. Because on that unforgettable day, Princess Leonor didn't just marry the man she loved, she became the queen Spain didn't know it needed. And the world watched, spellbound.